Right now at 10, a suspect turns himself in after a shooting on the north side Sunday. And unions in La Crosse gather to celebrate Labor Day. Plus, Minnesota Governor and Vice Presidential candidate Tim Walz making a stop in Wisconsin.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Emily is off tonight. A man faces attempted homicide charges after a La Crosse shooting on Sunday. According to the La Crosse Police Department, officers responded to a shots fired call on the 2100 block of George Street just after 2:30 p.m. yesterday. Police believe an altercation between three people caused the shooting that left one person with non-life-threatening injuries. Today, 34-year-old Ryder Ott turned himself into the La Crosse County Jail in connection to that shooting. Ott now faces charges of attempted homicide and possessing a firearm as a felon. La Crosse police are asking anyone with information to contact them at the number on your screen. A 23-year-old man is in custody accused of killing a UW Whitewater gymnast. Whitewater police say they were called to an apartment complex late Friday night. They found 21-year-old Kara Welsh dead from multiple gunshot wounds. Police arrested a 23-year-old man who was in the apartment and knew Welsh. Authorities believe they had an altercation before the shooting. Police have not released the suspect's name but are recommending a first-degree intentional homicide charge. Welsh was a national championship-winning gymnast who held several Whitewater school records on the vault. The university will fly their flag at half-staff Tuesday in her memory. The La Crosse community is celebrating those working in the Coulee region. Today was the 133rd Labor Day Parade, which featured union workers, businesses, and local politicians. People lined the streets of La Crosse's north side to watch the 10-block parade. A member of the Carpenters Union says the parade celebrates working families while also allowing them to have some fun.
Well, it celebrates working families, right, which is what we are as a union. We're a group of folks that work for a living, and Labor Day celebrates not only the carpenters but any other organizations of working people.
Today's Labor Day parade ended at Copeland Park with a picnic where current and former union members and their families gathered to celebrate the holiday. Proceeds from that picnic will go to support other local union events. While many enjoyed the day off, others were spending the holiday working. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall is speaking with some folks who had to clock in today. Jeremy.
Ken, it might be called Labor Day, a federal holiday recognizing workers' contributions. But for some, it's another day for them to meet people and get to know others.
Rihanna Buchholz is a bartender at Big Al's. She's been working on Labor Day since she was 15.
I like it a lot. Everyone's always super nice, super kind, friendly faces, and always have good conversations as well.
Just like Buchholz, Braden Cavillo usually works on Labor Day. He normally works shorter shifts.
Just today it was 10 to 3:30.
He also likes spending the holiday being around others.
It's usually nice just talking to people, see what their other plans are throughout the day.
UWL student Natalie Miller has never worked on Labor Day. Her friend, Natalie Johnson, has only worked on the holiday a few times.
As a college student, it was something different that we had to adjust to, but I mean, it wasn't really that bad for me, honestly.
Yeah, but it does kind of defeat the purpose of Labor Day, working on Labor Day, since that is the purpose for the holiday. Yeah.
Now, both ladies say despite not having the day off, working today was still fun. Ken.
All right, Jeremy Wall in studio. So we've come to the end of the fantastic weekend of weather, and I'm personally hoping, Nicole, that this continues as we usher in the new month of September.
Well, you are in luck, Ken, because it is going to stick around for a couple more days. I mean, we do have a pretty nasty cool-off coming for the end of the week, so definitely enjoy it because fall is here. We're going to have some wild turnarounds in the upcoming month. That's usually how the weather goes this time of year. If we take a look at our satellite, though, right now, skies are clear as we go into the evening hours. That's really going to let our lows dip down a little bit cooler, get into 54 tonight in La Crosse. Those southerly winds, though, are really going to help warm us up again tomorrow. Just a little bit warmer, already 74 at noon. And then in Eau Claire, 52 for the lows tonight. But lots of sunshine again for tomorrow. That's going to be the theme going into the beginning of this week until we get a little bit of a change going on towards the end. Now, the only downside to tomorrow, besides the warmth and the sunshine, we are going to have some breezier conditions, especially west of the Mississippi, where there's some less trees to block out that wind, and north of I-94 we could see gusting up to 20 miles an hour or just a little bit above that. So definitely be a little bit breezier. That's going to go into Wednesday as well. But thankfully the temperatures will be a little bit warmer, so we might not even notice a stronger wind. And then we're going to see some rain chances return Thursday with a cold front passing through. That's really going to dip our temperatures down pretty low, but I'll have all the details on how low we're going to get coming up in the next forecast.
All right, sounds like a plan. Thank you, Nicole.
Yeah.
Well, vice presidential candidate and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz made a campaign stop in Milwaukee today. He took the stage at Labor Fest, where he addressed union members of the Milwaukee Area Labor Council. Walz taking the opportunity to praise the Biden-Harris administration, saying they are the most pro-union administration in American history. His speech also highlighted how Project 2025, in his eyes, poses a threat to labor protections.
And again, they have told us exactly what they're going to do. The goals in Project 2025 are clear. It should be subtitled, How to Screw the Working People. That's how it should be listed.
And before Walz arrived, vans in his motorcade that were transporting some members of the media got into a car accident. The journalists who were near the area say one van slammed into the one in front of it and then was hit from behind by another. Walz's car was not involved. The Minnesota governor said both Vice President Harris and President Biden had called him to check in, and that everyone was okay other than a few minor injuries. Now, Wisconsin GOP Chairman Brian Schimming released a statement following Walz's appearance at Labor Fest, saying, quote, Tim Walz and Kamala Harris have nothing to offer workers but another term of higher costs and lower wages. Under President Trump, blue-collar families flourished thanks to pro-worker trade deals like the USMCA, low inflation, and booming wages. While Democrats talk a big game, Republicans have a proven record of delivering real results for Wisconsin workers. President Biden celebrating Labor Day in Pittsburgh, rallying in support of Vice President Harris's run for the presidency. There, he told union workers that although he's on the sidelines, he'll do everything he can to help make Donald Trump lose again. Biden also made sure to mention that he and Harris understand the importance of unions and will never turn their backs on the middle class.
An awful lot of politicians have trouble saying union, like working people. Guess what? I'm not one of them, neither is Kamala. We know the simple truth. Wall Street did not build America. The middle class built America, and unions built the middle class.
Pennsylvania, of course, a battleground state that'll be critical in the 2024 election. Labor Day marking the first time both the president and vice president made an appearance together for a campaign event since Harris became the Democratic nominee. Wisconsin's 3rd District Congressman is asking voters to think about how much it cost to enjoy the Labor Day weekend. Derek Van Orden says the Republican Party is the party of the family and working man and woman. He says voting for Donald Trump over Kamala Harris will bring prices of groceries and gasoline down, and that it's important to vote for someone who's, quote, actually run a business.
He cast the tie-breaking vote for the Inflation Reduction Act, which led to all of this inflation. Don't ever forget that. Kamala Harris has proven to not understand basic economics. Donald Trump has proven to know economics inside and out.
Now, Donald Trump earlier this year was convicted on 34 counts of falsifying business records. 2 Trump Organization companies have also been found guilty of criminal tax fraud. Republicans in 2022 argued the Inflation Reduction Act would push inflation upward. The Congressional Budget Office at the time said its impact would be, quote, negligible. Since its passage, inflation nationally has gone down, but economists say that's due to supply chain fixes, the Fed's interest rates, and lower oil prices. It's not giving credit to the Inflation Reduction Act. The La Crosse School District goes back to school Tuesday, and one of its elementary schools will be greeted by a new face this year. Amanda Durnan will be the new principal at Southern Bluffs Elementary. Durnan was a kindergarten teacher for 19 years in the Monona School District before taking on a leadership role at the Byron, Minnesota School District. She says all the families and staff have been extremely welcoming so far, and she can't wait for the new year.
I am just excited to get it started. The energy that was here at our open house night was just contagious.
Each elementary school in the district has a theme for the year. Southern Bluffs will be Adventure is Waiting. Durnan says school itself is an adventure, and she wants students, families, and staff to know that no one is on that adventure alone. The Justice Department has seized what some call the Venezuelan version of Air Force One. Why Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro's plane was seized after the break.
I was robbed. They tried to run me over with a getaway car. He almost killed me right over here. He was laughing as he fractured my skull.
Amanda's attacker was an illegal immigrant drug dealer arrested twice before, but released by San Francisco DA Kamala Harris.
If Kamala Harris hadn't let him out, this never would have happened to me.
Kamala put violent illegals, convicted felons, back on the streets.
Kamala just doesn't care about protecting people like me.
Make America Great Again Inc. is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Improving your home, improving your life with a better bathroom. In just a day or two, you can enjoy a wonderful new tub or shower that is attractive, easy to care for, and safe. New fixtures, shelves for storage, and grab bars for safety. Be safe, be happy, enjoy bathing again. Be even happier with everything new. Comfort Height toilet, vanity, sink, faucet, mirror, light, and new flooring. Call or visit the board store for a prompt free estimate. Get more for less today and every day.
My son, Nick, took illicit fentanyl, which cost him his life. And knowing that my son is never coming back is the worst thing that I will have to live with for the rest of my life.
Tammy Baldwin's been with us every step of the way. She just got a major bill passed to really crack down on fentanyl. She doesn't just talk the talk, but she actually walks the walk.
I cannot tell you how much we appreciate Tammy Baldwin fighting this fight.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
The U.S. has seized a plane belonging to Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro and brought it to the U.S. on Monday. The Justice Department saying in a statement that the jet was exported from Florida in violation of U.S. sanctions. CBS News correspondent Christian Benavides reports from Fort Lauderdale.
This is an aircraft that has been pictured alongside Maduro in multiple state visits to China, to Brazil, to Cuba. And this being seized, according to what officials are telling me, is essentially as if the government has just seized Venezuela's version of Air Force One. Officials say it was purchased via a Caribbean-based shell company that was purchased in late 2022 or early 2023, according to officials, then transported to the Caribbean. It was purchased here in Florida, transported to the Caribbean, eventually finding its way to Venezuela. Since May of last year, it has been used exclusively by Nicolas Maduro, the Venezuelan leader, and has only flown out of a military base in Venezuela. Overnight, U.S. officials, after coordinating with authorities in the Dominican Republic, were able to get the aircraft in their possession, and it was transported here to Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport. Let's take a listen to what they had to say earlier today.
This message is clear that HSI and its partners have the expertise and the global reach to impact anybody, including high-level government officials that think they're untouchable.
There are a number of U.S. sanctions that prevent officials from the Maduro regime from owning certain property. That certainly includes an aircraft like this worth $13 million. What's next is that it will be liquidated, and the proceeds from that liquidation will go into U.S. asset forfeiture funds. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Fort Lauderdale.
In a statement, the Venezuelan government called the seizure of the plane an act of piracy. Still ahead tonight, nationwide labor strikes continue. Hotel workers across the country striking for higher wages. More on that in just a few minutes.
We're going to have our warmer temperatures stick around until Wednesday, and then a cold front's passing through. That's going to give us a big switch up to our weather. I'll have your full forecast coming up after the break.
It never should have happened. The Waukesha Christmas Parade attack. 6 Wisconsinites mowed down by Darrell Brooks. Just days earlier, Brooks was arrested for trying to run over his girlfriend with the very same car. But Brooks was released on $1,000 bail. Senator Tammy Baldwin voted against increased funding for pretrial detention of violent criminals, making it easier for criminals like Darrell Brooks to terrorize our communities. Tell Senator Baldwin, violent criminals belong behind bars.
Transform your home's exterior with our new award-winning collection of steel roofing products at River Valley Remodelers. Our new products offer timeless and traditional shingle appeal with long-lasting durability for our Midwest weather. If you're seeking style and protection for your home, give us a call today or scan the QR code below for a free consult design, and we'll get you exactly what you're looking for. River Valley Remodelers. Improve your home, build our community.
Welcome to ESCO. Welcome to huge selection and savings.
loves a good game of Plinko. Wesco and Sparta is making sure your price is right. Come on in and play a game of Plinko to see what your discount is. Discounts up to 30% off in select departments. What discount will you get? Wesco and Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup are always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Okay, 500 deluxe garden gnomes. Wow.
I only meant to order 5. There's not enough money in my account for these. I'm gonna get charged.
2 things I just can't deal with: overdraft charges and garden gnomes. But your BMO Smart Advantage checking account gives you an extra day to avoid an overdraft fee.
Nice to see a bank cutting people some slack.
Well, mistakes happen, and we give you time to correct them.
So you don't like gnomes, huh? What about that one?
That one I like a lot.
BMO. I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Everyday prices are too high. Food, rent, gas, back to school clothes. That is called Bidenomics. A loaf of bread costs 50% more today. Ground beef is up almost 50%. There's not much left at the end of the month. Bidenomics is working. The price of housing has gone up. It feels so hard to just be able to get ahead. And we are very proud of Bidenomics.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
This Labor Day marked the second day of a labor strike in the U.S., and today it got even bigger. More than 10,000 hotel workers were on the picket line, demanding higher wages and the return of jobs cut during the pandemic. The strike that began Sunday now impacts more than 24 hotels in 9 major U.S. cities, from Honolulu to Boston. It follows months of failed talks between the Unite Here union and major chains like Marriott, Hilton, and Hyatt.
A lot of hotel bosses ask, how do we bring back tourism? I say it's easy. Pay our workers.
These strikes expected to last until Tuesday, and while hotels remain open, services may be limited or modified. Representatives from Hyatt and Hilton said they look forward to continuing negotiations with union workers. Well, it was a picture-perfect holiday weekend for us weather-wise in western Wisconsin and southeast Minnesota. But how does this first major week of September fare over the next few days? Let's get the answer from Nicole.
Yeah, it's definitely going to feel like fall out there as we get into the week. We do have some wildfire smoke returning into the area, though. I mean, this is going to look very major, but I promise you it's not going to be this bad. A lot of the smoke is, well, actually most of the smoke is going to be in the air above us. Very little of it reaching the surface. So we're not picturing any major air quality issues being issued tomorrow, but there is going to be some decent amount of smoke up in the atmosphere above us tomorrow. So you could notice some hazier skies just because it is going to be sunny out. It could be a little bit hazy. Shouldn't make too big of impacts, and then it should mainly clear out as we get into Wednesday. We also are going to have some breezier conditions tomorrow, as we can see already at 10 a.m. Sustained winds anywhere between 8 to 12 miles per hour. Those will increase as we get into the afternoon hours, and the heating of the sun starts to mix up the atmosphere a little bit, makes the winds get a little bit stronger, and then sustained winds will reach up to 12 miles an hour across much of the area. Now here's the big picture. This is going to be the main thing that is showing a lot of the weather that we have going on right now. Here's that southerly flow that's giving us a lot of those warmer temperatures that we have coming into Tuesday and Wednesday. That's going to switch around as we get going into Thursday. Once this cold front passes through, it's going to give us some showers going into Thursday morning. However, we aren't expecting too much in terms of accumulation amounts. It's mainly going to be some early morning sprinkles. That'll move out of the area, possibly going backwards, and then, or not going backwards, but giving us a couple showers behind it going into Friday morning. And then it's really going to switch up our flow. Now we can see more northerly flow, really allowing some more northerly and Canadian air getting into the area. That's going to cool us down quite a bit. Now again, in terms of that rainfall accumulation, really not much out there. Much of the area seeing less than 2/10 to even 1/10 of an inch of rain. So just a couple sprinkles that'll get the pavement wet as we get into that morning commute Thursday. But here's our jet stream going over the temperatures that we have next week. So it is going to be a bit of a wild ride. We have those mild and warm conditions sticking around until Thursday. Then we have that low pressure system that's associated with this large trough. This big trough is going to come through and it's going to get pretty deep into the United States, bringing a lot of cold air directly overhead our region. That's going to stick around going into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as well, and then it should move out. So we'll have a brief cool down coming. As we can see, the past 2 weeks have been pretty hot, 15 degrees above average in La Crosse just a couple days ago, and now we're really going to dip down. We got a pretty significant wave pattern going up, and now we're going to come right back down, and that's going to be pretty common in transitional seasons like fall. It's not super uncommon to see big abnormally hot and temperatures right in the same week. So it is going to be a pretty crazy weather week in terms of temperatures. It's going to get a little bit colder, but we don't have to worry about that quite yet. We're still sitting right around normal for tonight in the low to mid 50s, and then tomorrow is going to be nice and warm. Apart from that, breezier conditions that we might have will be sitting in the upper 70s with a lot of sunshine shining down on us. Wednesday is going to be the hottest day of the week, getting back into the 80s. Thursday, we could reach 80. However, some of those showers could impact that. And then once that cold front moves through, Friday and Saturday, getting back down into the 60s with overnight lows dipping down into the 40s. So definitely pack some extra layers with you if you have any plans for next weekends, because it's going to be a little cold.
All right, brace yourselves, everybody.
I'm not going to be used to it yet, especially after that 90-degree weather we had last week.
I know. It can be a sudden change here from summer to fall for sure.
Yeah, and then we have 80s coming back after that, so it's going to be like a whiplash in temperatures. Yep.
All right, Nicole with the latest. Thank you, Nicole.
Yeah.
Coming up next in sports, the Brewers look to put their bats to work in some afternoon Labor Day baseball. Plus, a new generation of football players are being developed. Find out the story behind who's leading the movement next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, with 6 locations of fun.
The Labor Day doorbuster deals Friday through Monday at Slumberland Furniture. Up to 60% off list. Get this comfy new sectional for just $9.97 and get the ottoman free. A free recliner with the reclining sofa, only at Slumberland Furniture.
We know the fentanyl coming from Mexico and China is a threat here in Wisconsin.
It's why Tammy Baldwin is working to stop it.
And Tammy passed the bipartisan Fend Off Fentanyl Act.
That takes on the Mexican cartels and the fentanyl coming from China.
And Tammy Baldwin voted 32 times to strengthen our border.
32 times to increase border patrols.
And technology to keep illegal drugs out. Because Senator Baldwin knows
keeping us safe is her first priority.
Tell Tammy Baldwin to keep securing our borders.
At Taco John's, we believe a better Taco Tuesday starts with better tacos. That means using 100% North American beef, cooking shelves in-house daily, and a deal that makes you say, how are these only $1.29? Taco Tuesday is every Tuesday at Taco John's.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Everyday prices are too high. Food, rent, gas, back to school clothes. That is called Bidenomics. A loaf of bread costs 50% more today. Ground beef is up almost 50%. There's not much left at the end of the month. Bidenomics is working. The price of housing has gone up. It feels so hard to just be able to get ahead. And we are very proud of Bidenomics.
Arby's is full of choices. Quick, you can get your favorite stuff 3 for $5. Incredible value for a limited time. Reach in and eat whatever you grab. Arby's, we have the meats.
I'm exhausted. Shopping for a mattress is just so confusing.
Sounds like mattress shopophobia. At Slumberland, our sleep counselors are here to help you find the best mattress without any pressure.
But awesome pressure relief.
Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
Well, this week, football is back on all levels. From the Friday Night Lights to NFL on Sundays, there's action everywhere, including some places you might not expect. Over at Melrose Mindoro High School, 12 girls from 3rd grade through 6th grade laced up their cleats as they become the district's first all-girls flag football team. Isabella Libke, a senior at Melrose Mindoro, came up with the idea last season when a few girls wanted to play flag football on the boys' team, but felt a little bit intimidated. Libke thought of the idea to create an all-girls team so the young girls could learn the game and play together.
These girls are like family to me, and it's been so much fun to coach them and bring football to these girls, especially some of them that have never played before. I want our high school to eventually maybe have a girls flag football team and just other high schools in the area to be able to have girls competing against girls in flag football.
Lipke says she's been a big sports fan her whole life and coaching is something she's always had a passion for, and it's been in her family. And she also is a big Green Bay Packer fan, so maybe there's a little Coach LaFleur inspiration in her team.
If they're going to be some very smart players, they really want to gain an understanding of the game. So it'll be super exciting to see what they learn and how it comes out on the field when it comes to game time.
Coach Lipke and their team have their first game this weekend, and they are ready to show off all their knowledge they have learned this season. Well, after an August where they went 19-9, the Brewers were looking to keep things going in early September, facing off with the Cardinals in front of a sellout crowd at AmFam Field. Special day for Willy Adames at the park, celebrating his birthday. And what a better way to celebrate your 29th birthday than with your 29th home run trot of the season. That blast tying the MLB record for most three-run home runs in a season, set by Ken Griffey Jr. all the way back in 1996. And the home run ball was working for more than just Willie today. In the fourth inning, Rhys Hoskins gets out the 5-iron and golfs one out to deep left field. And that one is gone, extending Milwaukee's lead to 3. A couple innings later, with the bases full, it's Jackson Chourio. And that one is high, it is deep, and it is out of here. We have run out of words to describe how special this kid is for this team, and he only needs 2 more home runs to become the first ever player with a 20 home run, 20 steal season before turning 21. And that's how this one would finish. Brewers get the Labor Day win 9-3. And the Twins beginning a series with the Rays. Bottom 1, Minnesota on the board, but then Dylan Carlson sprays one to right center to plate 2 and give Tampa Bay the lead. But it wouldn't be that way for long. Trevor Larnach hits a frozen rope out to right, and that is a 3-run shot to put the visitors back in front. Then in the 8th, Brooks Lee gets a hold of one, and that is some much-needed insurance. That solo shot would be the difference as the Twins take Game 1. We have finally made it to the NFL season. It returns this week, and the Packers will do battle with the Eagles on Friday night from Sao Paulo, Brazil. There'll be a new man kicking extra points and field goals this year, and he says he's welcoming the pressure that comes with the job.
Yeah, everything does. And if somebody tells you they're not nervous, there's no pressure, they're lying to you, or they don't care, in my opinion. I think there's always pressure. Pressure is a privilege, in my opinion. Pressure means that you've done the right things at the right time to show everybody how hard you've worked. That's how I feel about it.
And in accordance with the NFL season beginning this week, join in on our fun here at News 8 Sports with the News 8 Sports Pick'em Challenge, where you can compete against myself, Ken, Emily, and Kate Overton for weekly prizes. All you have to do is make an account and choose which teams you think will win that week, and the winner of the most picks, getting those right, will get a prize. Get those picks in before Thursday night. So looking forward to that, competing with everyone at home in that. Also got a little fun office family or fantasy football going on here.
We do.
And the matchup of the week is Ken versus Emily. So
yeah,
I'm excited
right
to
off
see
the bat.
how that one turns out. Hey, that could be a fun show next Tuesday if
I know, right? There's a lot of pride on the line right away. Of course, I think we might swap through and maybe get a second matchup against each other. So it may not be one and done.
That's going to be fun.
But I'm feeling good with the team. I think Emily was very pleased with her draft. She named it after C.J. Stroud because, of course, she's from Houston, loves the Texans. She did not end up with C.J. Stroud, though.
She didn't, no.
So there's a little bit of disappointment, I think, on Emily Brown.
I'm just glad that football's back, right? NFL.
Oh, it just feels great. It's like everything is right with the world now.
That's right. Thanks, Ken.
Yep. We will be right back after this.
Hear everything but the gunshot. Introducing Soundgear Phantom, the world's first custom Bluetooth-compatible and rechargeable hearing protection and enhancement device, blocking loud, harmful noises while giving you that edge to hear better while hunting.
Better Hearing Center, 11th and Main on Alaska.
Donald Trump's back, and he's out for control.
I would have every right to go after them.
Complete control.
I will wield that power very aggressively.
And he has a plan to get it.
Detailed plans for exactly what our movement will do.
It's called Project 2025, a 922-page blueprint to make Donald Trump the most powerful president ever. Overhauling the Department of Justice, giving Trump the unchecked power to seek vengeance, eliminating the Department of Education, and defunding K-12 schools, requiring the government to monitor women's pregnancies, and severe cuts to Medicare and Social Security. Donald Trump may try to deny it, but those are Donald Trump's plans.
Well, revenge does take time, I will say that. and sometimes revenge can be justified.
He'll take control. We'll pay the price.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Get ready for the holidays and save money during our fall sale at Interior Designs Holman. All of our carpets are on sale. You'll save money and get more for free. Free measuring and estimates in your home. Free furniture moving, even that heavy couch and king-size bed. Free removal of your old carpet and padding, and we'll recycle it. Free life of carpet labor warranty for as long as you own the carpet. All at the lowest prices of the year and 12 months no interest financing. Save money and get more for free during the biggest carpet sale of the year going on now at Interior Designs Holman.
My cancer drugs, $1,800 per month.
My hospital bill for a heart attack, $241,544.18.
I'm Rebecca Cook. My parents are like a lot of folks hit hard by sky-high medical bills, and with hospital closures, access to care is an even greater challenge. So what does Derek Van Orden say? Destroy Badger Care, gut Medicare, deny women reproductive care. I'll fight for affordable health care. Derek Van Orden won't, and that's why I approve this message.
Go get him, honey.
Hear everything but the gunshot. Introducing Soundgear Phantom, the world's first custom Bluetooth-compatible and rechargeable hearing protection and enhancement device, blocking loud, harmful noises while giving you that edge to hear better while hunting.
Better Hearing Center, 11th and Main on Alaska.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Unfinished beef. 16-time Nathan's Hot Dog champion Joey Chestnut took on 6-time Nathan Hot Dog champion Takeru Kobayashi in a one-on-one hot dog showdown. Chestnut finishing the competition, eating a new world record 83 hot dogs in 10 minutes to win the battle over Kobayashi. Kobayashi downing 66 of them. Chestnut breaks his own record he set back in 2021 when he ate 76 hot dogs in 10 minutes during the 4th of July Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. Chestnut wins the unfinished beef battle as well as a $100,000 prize. And it's always a great time to watch two guys eat a lot of hot dogs in that amount of time. It looks painful, but 100 grand probably makes it feel all right. We'll be right back after this.
The Labor Day sale is going on now at International Furniture. 40% off the retail price on all upholstery in stock and special orders. All in-stock pictures, rugs, lamps, and accessories, 50% off the retail price. International Furniture, I-90 Airport Exit 2, La Crosse.
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message. I was 27 years old, and the doctor told me I have MS. You quickly realize what's the most important things in life: family, friendships, love, helping other people. It makes you much more empathetic and compassionate to those that are struggling and suffering. I wanted to achieve my goals and dreams, but I wanted to take my resources and save as many children as I possibly could.
Improving your home, improving your life with quality for less. Don't be fooled by free installation or buy this and get that free. Be assured this baloney is the road sign to high prices. Discover what thousands of your friends and neighbors have for over 30 years. The best price today and every day on windows and doors, bathrooms and kitchens, siding and gutters, sunrooms, decks, and pergolas. Call or visit the board store for a prompt free estimate. 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse, since 1989.
We're cranking up the voltage, Wisconsin. Lottery retailers all around the state are lighting up with the latest limited time offer. It's Badger 5, 5 will get you 6. During the month of September, players who buy a $5 or greater Badger 5 ticket will receive a bonus ticket for the next drawing of Badger 5. This electric offer is only available for a limited time and only at Wisconsin lottery retailers.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
Everyday prices are too high. Food, rent, gas, back to school clothes. That is called Bidenomics. A loaf of bread costs 50% more today. Ground beef is up almost 50%. There's not much left at the end of the month. Bidenomics is working. The price of housing has gone up. It feels so hard to just be able to get ahead. And we are very proud of Bidenomics.
The Labor Day sale is going on now at International Furniture. 40% off the retail price on all upholstery in stock and special orders. All in-stock pictures, rugs, lamps, and accessories, 50% off the retail price. International Furniture, I-90 Airport Exit 2, La Crosse.
Going to be a great first day of school for all the kids going back tomorrow. 79 for our high, and then we'll have that big cool down coming for the weekend. I hope you guys are ready for it.
Yeah, fall vibes coming.
Go for a hot dog right now.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.